hisStory, myStory, myStory, navel, a novel, ANCHORMIND, buttons, mystery, time, sun gazing, offering you pieces of gold for all your gold diggers out there. If you have the ears to hear and the eyes to listen. If you have your eyes to listen, can you do that? Can you listen with your eyes? Can you do that? I can't like offer you like some nuggets here. You want to see my nuggets? Oh, look at these drugs. Look at them. You like them? Like, make my mind more supple. Like I keep on like this is how I can keep producing all of this shit to stay up, basically grounded and down and up and anchored in myself. That's basically what the whole thing is about. Because you cannot grow, and you should basically, if you really take a look into that, and if you want to get out of here, or maybe if you want to understand it, you should anchor yourself in your mind. You should anchor yourself in your navel in order to write your novel. Because it's your story. It's my story. It's myStory. It's not hisStory. History is not important to you. And never will. Because you have not been there. And it's not that I am denying something, but it's like, it's pointless to your existence. It's pointless. Wow, why you, hey, can you learn something from it? But most people have not the perspective to, for sure, I have the perspective, I'm learning 24/7. If you tell me I live in that time frame, I live in that calendar. But basically, I'm so intelligent that I create my own calendar. I create my own time. This is why I don't age. Because first of all, I don't even have an idea what kind of symbols and spells and letters you throw at me in this society. I don't know what they are. I come from a standpoint of I'm anchored in myself. I'm anchored in my mind. I have no clue what you tell me. I don't know that. I don't know what you try to spell me with in the first place. This is why I don't believe in your story. I don't believe in that. The only thing that I believe in is in my experience and my existence. The things that were exiting my mind. Because it's all me. It's all me. Most of the things that I even see, I have never been in real contact with. So the only things what they actually are ghosts. They're not souls. They're not solved. They're not sun gazing. They're not drinking the urine. They're not souls. They have not anchored their mind in themselves. They're not speaking from source. They're not speaking from the navel. They have probably no balloon spinning. Hey, you want to talk about swastikas and why they're forbidden? I'm probably not even allowed to tell you this. But I can tell you why swastikas are forbidden. Swastikas are forbidden because that's what keeps you alive. That's where you were anchored in. You were anchored in your swastika. That's what this is how you keep creating your world. Because this is all spinning around you. This is all you. You are the consciousness. You are the realm. You are your existence. What I speak about here is more than you could not even pay me with anything. And I'm not interested in your currency. I am the state of the nation. for a fact. Like what I speak about, this is completely clear-minded. This is not even gold. This is like, I offer you diamonds here. What I just said. This is the reason why falloons and why swastikas are forbidden. Because swastikas and falloons are anchored in, to keep you anchored in yourself. This is your anchor. But if you are too fucking dumb to, you know what you do when you say, ooh, Nazis are bad? It's not per se that you have to say Nazis are good. But what you do is, you cross your source. You destroy your source. You're fucking dumb. You're fucking dumb. You're numb. You have no clue what these symbols are. You don't know the original workings. You talk about the clockwork orange. You know what clockwork orange is? You too fucking stupid. The orange chakra, the navel, the novel, myStory, myStory. I keep writing my story. This is all connected. Clockwork orange, because it's about that you create your own realm. It's about that you create your own time. You create your own existence. You create your own shining. You shine out what you are. You keep creating with your spells and words. Your tongue is so masterful that what you speak is what it will become. That's what the real pharaohs were doing. That's the original workings. That's how this whole world exists. Through sound, through language, through spells, through letters, through signs and symbols. That's what the original workings are. That's what cymatics are. That's what sound shapes are. But in the first place, I have no clue what these kind of symbols are. I come from a different timeline. I come from a different realm. I'm just a guest in here. I try to give humanoids the original workings. But I see like this humanity has like, this is their, right? What's now happening is basically that we try to drop germs, we drop seeds into existence to try to help out the souls who are ready. That's what I'm doing. That's my job. I try to give you the original codings to yourself in order to solve yourself, because I cannot do that for you. I can only give you the code. Now, but if you get the code, you can go into yourself and you can free up your own soul, because this is what the whole game is about. You can free up your own soul. You solve your own soul out of the gameplay. But you keep plugging yourself in with all the shit that they, whoever they are, I don't know who they are, because it's all you. You keep reflecting the shit. This is why you see it. It comes out from yourself. But you're too narrow-minded to get out of your box, to crack open the genie's bottle, to see the reflection of yourself. And I'm saying all of these rude words in order to get through you, to get into your soul, to get into your mind and be like, shit, this shaman is what Jan is saying, or whoever you might, like, I don't care who you, or what you call me, but what this being is trying to tell me seems very truthful, seems very original. This is how it is. You keep reflecting the shit, that's why we see it. Because you are not this. You are the area. You're your aura. You're your auric field. You are the mirror. You keep cracking the mirror. That's what you do. You are just the reflection outside of you. You're not the thing which looks out. You are the room. You are the realm. You are the consciousness, which keeps reflecting itself. So all we do is we create another mirror of ourselves in order to push through our own barriers. This is how you basically see through the prism. You see through the reflections. You see through the grid. And probably, I'm the only one here. I say this in order to get through you. Because basically, if I touch this mirror, I'm in a point of contact, right? Like I'm in a point of contact. But basically, your proprioceptors in your whole body, they are not working because I'm in a point of contact all the freaking time. This is why I can move my body through all of the grid, and I'm always in myself. But most people, they are not even aware of that. They're not aware of that because, like I said, you keep swallowing the shit. You keep swallowing things in your oven. This sounds very chaos magicianally, but what's basically occurring is that nothing is really there. Nothing is like, this is like in Matrix when Morpheus says to Neo, we can basically project every room or every realm into the Matrix around you. When he's at the source code, I think it's not called the source code, but it's like the original game settings. They are empty. So what this basically is. And when you for example use your avatar in your smartphone, if you can see through the grid, they always try to help you with the shit to solve you out of it. But you have not the developed eye to see that. I can see this, that it's basically it's only me. The only thing that you can cultivate, the only thing that is reflecting outward is myself. Everything else is basically not existing. So only what keeps being here is myself. This is also what, like, the real science of sun gazing. I'll help you to sun gaze now. When you sun gaze, when you take a look out, you keep mirroring the things back that you take a look at. Now, when you sun gaze, what's really happening, what's really occurring is that you keep mirroring the sun. You get this? You keep mirroring the sun. So the sun keeps reflecting you in, but you are basically the light. It's just the reminder to yourself that everything is mind and that you see the light. You are the light. You keep shining out. It's not the other way around. You keep pulling the things into existence. It's not that the sun per se does it. It's of course as within, so without. But I cannot can I ever touch the sun? Can I be in contact with the sun? No, I can only be in contact with the sun rays. So that's why there are only rays. There are only electromagnetic things. There are only auras, horises, emittings of time that I shoot out of my heart here on earth. So basically everything is empty. There is not a thing that I can basically ingest. Only then when I think, oh, let's give me my treasures. I eat the shit. That doesn't mean that I'm basically that. Now it's inside of me, but I'm a tube. This goes through me. Everything goes through. So what you basically only cultivate is your soul, is your light, your foot soul. So you heal yourself when you place your bare feet onto the earth. That's why you should basically not wear shoes. If you wear shoes, you should wear flat soles. Because it's not about like flat earth, but it's about developing your perspective. I don't know if it's a flat earth or if global, but it's about Baal and Hanuman, which sits on top, the monkey mind. So it's only about that you learn to develop your perspective, which is looking out. That's what it's all about. You develop your perspective that's looking out. So you develop your soul that looks out, your light. So that's why the sun gazing is important, in order to mirror your light, that you keep reminding yourself that, hey, this was me. It was always me that was looking out. So I basically never go anywhere. I just keep mirroring myself. And then I get in contact with things. But mainly, most of the things, like right now is a very good example. You're not allowed to touch things. Why is that? You're not allowed to get into contact with each other. Get into like a more occulted, deeper inside look. Why is that? Because it's you. You can never hold on to anything. You can never. The only thing that I could ever hold on to is when I do this. When I shut up and I just hold something in my mouth. No, it seems like I have it. It seems like. But basically, I don't have it. Because as soon as I swallow it, it gets into my oven. Now this is where, alchemically, it gets burned off. It gets burned off. So I can use it as energy. It seems like there's energy in it, right? Oh, now I have energy, I can move better. It's called move mind for a reason. Movement. I move my mind, so I basically, I can grow muscles and everything. I can grow flesh. From a very intelligent viewpoint, that's very retarded, because that's late. Because what really gives you energy is when you do this. So I'm sun gazing right now because I'm looking in, and I am the sun. I am this God's son. So this is why now you see the light is shining at me. What I'm saying is like is way too powerful probably to you. But this is how it works. Yeah, I have no mirror anymore. I have no prism. I have no like reflectional organ. Of course, like I have it. I have this thing here still. But this is the perspective that you have to get into. That, or you don't have to get into, but this maybe helps you in order to get out of this construct, in order to get out of these worldly things. And then you can see them as just like more maybe pleasurable, but more like what they basically are. Only because I consume something doesn't mean that I have it. Doesn't like, it's a tool. I cannot hold on to that. My body will dissolve it. My body will burn it. So the only thing that I can basically ever have are the skills, is my language, is like the thing that I keep like growing out. Nobody can take that ever away from me, right? Like the thing, my experience, my outlook, my perspective. This is my mental abilities, my mind, right? And even that, we can override that. Maybe if I die, I don't know, like what really occurs when I die? Do I get back to source? Do I get like to this black thing again where I'm like, okay, this guy, this being was too intelligent. We override his mind, so he just falls down into the trap, into the hole again, and then he gets born out of the womb again. So we keep on looping the shit. Or we get into another plane, into another realm where we be like, I don't know, maybe it's more like a mind capacity. So the quest is there more that you work more with your head space. You work more with you don't basically talk. You just think something and then you create out of mind. This is maybe the next stage. I don't know. But it seems like this realm it's for sure a transport stage. A transport stage for your soul. And there are beings who are ready in order to transcend because they have learned the shit here, and now you get to the next thing and you be like, okay, now we can operate in the next realm. And there are beings who get lost in here, who are like, oh fuck, they get lost in the labyrinth maze game. And probably there are all kinds of beings here, you know. And then we see like this perspective, which is like, basically, we are all the same thing. We are all cells expressing itself, cells of the bigger overmind. and we all just keep mirroring each other with our minds, basically, with our thoughts. This is why I said it's so damn important what we think, and this is why it's not about me, but it's about my perspective, my outlook on life. With my outlook on life, with all the things how deep I've been inside of me because of the practices that I was sharing and I'm doing, I can take a look at the televisions, at the media. But even if I take a look at that too long, or even if I think I can decode that, it still informs my mind. So it's still sitting in my thought pattern. So this is why I still keep on pulling this shit out. This is why I still construct it with my mind. Because these parasites, which means a pairing of sight, another holistic view, it's a pairing of sight. It's like, it's not the complete thing. We don't give you the original code. We only give you one aspect. That's what they do. This is how they use their magic. This is how they use their powers. They only power one specific thing and be like, that's it. It's not the other one. It's only this. And the other thing is the bad one. So they don't give you the original thing, which is your story, which is it is the anchoring of your mind in itself. And if you're very strong, and I'm very strong for a fact, what I do, like what I spit. If you're very strong, you can create your own world. That's why you're here. You create your own heavenly God kingdoms. This is what I do. Because in order to get out of this construct, you can't, I tried and I will not stop with what I spit. I keep on spitting my truth. This is what I am. This is how I do it. And this is how I will raise up all of you with my language. Even if you will never take a look into these videos, my language is still out there saved in the organic supercomputer. Because frequency creates everything. And my voice is so damn powerful that with what I speak, I create that. But like I said, in order to get out of this construct, I keep on creating my own world. I keep on creating my own kingdom. Because this is what everybody basically does. But they're not conscious about it. And that's very dangerous to themselves and to society. And to everybody else around them. Because they live under a goddamn thing which is not themselves. Because they have never been empty enough in order to see and create behind the layers. They're not consciously know what they're doing. Like, I don't know too many people who basically would be so transparent, who know for a fact, like, this is what I do. I keep observing myself with the shit that I do. I keep on reflecting myself with everything that I perceive in my area. But most people are too narrow-minded in order to create and see that. This is why we can probably, this is just the problem with the whole, whatever it is, with the mirrors. But when I take a look in the mirror, I never sleep. I never sleep. Because sleep is the cousin of death. But I am already dead. This is why I can observe myself. I can observe myself because I am dead in here. So I can observe myself from the outside and I can reflect myself as a direct interaction with myself from the area around me. So this is how I get a constant feedback from my environment with the viruses around me, which are like, they would keep informing me with the shit that we all basically keep creating. This is why the most cultivated, the most highest beings, the most high cultivated Buddhas, they don't live in society because they're conscious about that mirror. And this mirror is so goddamn ill that they know it's all mind. So they shut down all the things and they go be like, okay, no, you know what? Let's leave that. And I live out in the woods. I live out in the mountains. Because you society is goddamn sick. That's what it is. And I can only survive in this society basically because I'm so goddamn strong. I'm so powerful. Because I keep on informing my spine with electromagnetics from the sun, with the elements, with Shivambu with distilled waters, with my neurochemistry that it like keeps frying up my brain with the shit. Because of my cultivation method, Falun Gong, Falun Dafa, because I keep on unblocking myself with Paida. And but this is a constant warfare, basically. I'm in a constant battle, which basically only with myself. And I appreciate the society, but I'm also the biggest critic of it. I'm very humble with it, and I love and I appreciate this mirror. But at the same time, I know this is freaking like, what is the goal of culture? What is the goal of it? To plug yourself into the shit, to plug yourself into the mind there. Why, like, we can play this game again. Why do you think culture exists? What is the goal of a human being? What is the goal of a being? Why are you here? Like, you can only master yourself. You can only write your own story. And on your way to your own story, on your way to your own novel, to your own navel, to your own anchoring in yourself, to your own heart, to your own earth, you can empower everything around you. But only if you stay true to what you are. That's why you should keep mirroring and keep consciously creating yourself. In an always direct reflection of what the fuck am I actually doing? What is this shit? And if you're not conscious about what you're powering with, what you are actually powering with, because most people don't even know about electromagnetism and imagination, or even like the Falun and like all these things. And you should be aware of that it's your thoughts that create your surroundings. That's what actually occurs. You should become very aware of your mind space. Because this space was created, of course, by mind. By what else? It was all. Take a look into Hermetics. If you don't believe me, take a look into Hermeticism. Everything is mind. But most people cannot even spell. And like I said, I don't know what these spells are that I'm using. I just try to put that into a construct and mold that for you in order to crack open your genie's bottle. That's what I do. And this is why, you know why I will survive? Because I consciously mirror out truthfulness, compassion, and tolerance. I tolerate all of you, no matter who you are. I keep on speaking truth. And I'm very compassionate in my heart to myself. Because I know in the points of contact and what I basically speak about, this is all me. It's nothing else. So I meditate basically right here, right now, very conscious with open eyes. I keep on meditating with open eyes. I like consciously speak something, decode that, mirror that back into my ear right here. And then I can speak righteous in order to not be left, but holy. All right? But what the fuck? Like, what the fuck do I know? What the fuck do I know? Hey, buddy. Yeah, so that's like I just sit here, my light sits here, my darkness sits here, and I fuse it together to be like old and wise and great. And like this is what I do. This is all me. It's all myself. So I become more conscious about the architects and the realm that I'm sitting in and the mirror, you know? Like I like this mirror. Take a look into that mirror. Take a look into that mirror where I sit. You know, I was like over here I was doing more room. If you can decode that, I was doing very much more room. You look at my space, yo. Look at my area here. This is what I am. And you don't know like how powerful this is, like what these mirrors basically are to itself. You get this? This is basically what you should do. You should keep mirroring, like, but basically this is all like retarded because in future we will probably have all mirrors around us, which we already had, but you were too narrow-minded to reflect it. And you're like, oh, look at these mirrors. These produce good neurochemistry for me. And probably that's only like my retarded mind, which is speaking to myself. And then like, this is probably what the future is, right? You get all these mirrors around us. Like, oh, look at this, 360-degree displays. Whoa! Like, and then you get on this like stupid ass treadmill where you can like walk into 360 degrees. Like 360-degree movement, and you're like too retarded. You get stuck into that like machinery, and like you don't know how predictive programming works. They've already been infusing your mind with the shit. But you too fucking ass retarded to get to that perspective that, oh, this is what it was already in nature. But you were not mature enough to see that. It's like, ooh, but now I can be everything. You know, now I can be like a player, and I can be like a this and that. Now I can be like a wizard. Now I can be like a fighter. I can be a philosopher. I can be like mom, dad. I can be a child, a teacher. And you already have been all of that inside of you. But like I said, that's probably only my subconscious mind which is speaking to itself. But I keep reflecting the truth directly from source, which is not even the sun, which is me. I keep on speaking that out into you. Whoever you might are, I have no fucking idea. But like, why do we even, like, technology probably was invented to make the shit easier. But it seems like this shit is like, it's controlling us. That's why I keep on mirroring the truth in there. I keep on the only things that I can basically do is I keep on speaking truth. I can put the elements in there. I can drop the balloon in there. I can drop the sun and the moon and the darkness and the light and the full color rainbow spectrum into the mirror. And I can tell you, yeah, this is how it was always. But you get stuck up into the fucking mirrors. And the freaking mirror is already inside of you. You're in no point of contact with nature. I'm not even touching nature right now because I'm wearing, like, you see this? I'm not in contact with nature because I'm wearing shoes. I'm not touching it. Now I'm in point of contact with nature. Right? You get this? And now I make my hands fucking dirty, yo. You see this shit. See it. Oh, but you afraid of the dirt, right? You like, shit, I cannot be dirty. You should make yourself freaking dirty. You should make this. You should make yourself dirty. Because this is how you basically start to sense and feel the shit. You should... Isn't that fucking smelling good? That's what the mirror should be. That's like... But you lose all points of contact with yourself. You lose all points of contact. That's why I keep drinking my piss. Because this keeps me alive. This keeps me feeling myself. And then, you know where I am? I see You're trapped in the mirror of the matrix in the computer. But I see through the grid, and I know that I'm basically trapped in the game, which is occurring over here. This is the real matrix that you have to solve your soul out of. But you have to first of all even solve yourself out of the computer. So you have to get in contact with nature in order to then solve yourself out of nature. You get the perspective? This is what that whole thing is really about. But you are basically plugging yourself into another grid, which you cannot even solve yourself out from. Then you start to see the real nature. You be like, oh, this is all real, and you start to sense, oh shit, there is another layer to it. You get this? But probably not, because your conscious mind is not working. It's not. But this is what it's all about. You have to solve your soul out of your avatar in order to get out of the worldly things, in order to observe yourself, and then you can be like, okay, now I can use it to have an experience, but I don't get attached to that. Yeah, so this is why, I just want to go to the nutshell, to the seashells, and to live in my illusion over there, and be like, okay, now I've seen the mirrors, I've seen the lies, I've seen my own lies that I constructed for myself, and I was seeing the mirror. I was experiencing myself. I dropped every knowledge that I had onto you for free, and this may be now this is what I deserve. This is my prize. But basically, even then, because I never really go anywhere, I could use my mind in order to get to there. Because points of contact, right? Points of contact. Then I get into the beach, into the seashells. I get there and be like, okay, now what is actually occurring? This is a mirror. Now it seems like I perceive the nature, but what is really looking out? The only thing that I want to do is create this mirror because it's joyful to me. It's about joy. You should enjoy the shit. Let's see yourself in a minute. Yeah, but what should we do here? You should just enjoy the game, enjoy the life, and I can tell you, in mind hack, the mind hack is basically to see everything as a game in order to survive, because that's how you not get attached into the shit too much, because it gets pretty hard to solve yourself out of this. Then when you become very attached to something, you think oh, this is how it is, I have to do this like exactly this for the rest of my life, and I have to play a certain character, I have to play a certain role because I am fearing that I will lose my money, I will lose anything. And it's about that you lose something in order to gain something. Losing a gain. You get this? It's a pair of ox. These are all oxes which are pulling the wagon dragon. It's a paradox. You have to lose something to gain your spirituality in order to solve yourself out of these worldly things. And what is like the best method for my experience, if you live in society, in modern society, Falun Gong, Falun Dafa cultivation method. Because in this society, you get blinded by all kinds of things. This shit is not real for a fact. It's not. And of course it is, because it seems like you can touch it, you can experience it. And you keep on running the wheel. You keep on running, I have to do this, I have to do that. Like, oh, look at this, look at that. It's all your freaking damn Nero Chi mystery. That keeps tricking yourself, that keeps fooling you with the goofy shit that you perceive or that you think is real. And humans have fallen into this existence in order to culture and cultivate out of it. Culture was invented in order to be beneficial to humans, in order to be, hey, this is a way of life. This is a way of culture should be there in order to, this is how you should live. These are values that you should follow along. But this culture, look at this culture. Culture. Like, you see the mirror here? The mirror here is beautiful nature. Now then, you look into the horizon. This is what we can build. This is what we can do. And we say, oh, this is so great. This is so, I sit here, I observe this shit, and you have no clue about the original workings. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You are not beneficial to the human soul. You're not. What the fuck are you doing there? This is completely retarded what you do. Culture. You are not, this is not beneficial to the human soul, for a fact. For a fact. What you keep doing is you plug souls into the grid. You don't tell them the truth. All you do is that you give humanoids and you give souls an opportunity to join a certain club, to be something which they are not. And you keep tricking them. You keep tricking them with their shit, with your religions. You don't know what religions are. Religions? You're Look at this bird there. Keeps flying, yo. This is what I do. I never go anywhere. You see him? I never go anywhere. I just keep. Oh, he wants to shoot down. He wants to shoot down. He never goes anywhere. He just keeps experiencing himself there. He's like, oh no, I rise up. You fuckers, you're too retarded to me. Look at him, beautiful, beautiful. This is what you should be. You should keep flying, yo. But you plug yourself into the freaking damn ass society. He keeps creating his own mirror. He's like, oh yeah, I observe you. And I shoot down when I'm ready. And I just grab the thing that I like, and then I leave it again. Yeah, so this is what real magic is. What you keep on living. What Buddha is doing. Buddha just he reaches out his hand and be like, here, I offer you my help. But you don't want it. It's your choice, because I'm just a mirror to you. And I'm not above you. I just keep mirroring yourself. I'm just telling you something that you already know. That's why you see me. Yeah, but if I reach out my hand into the grid, this is damn dangerous, damn ass potential also. because I keep on constructing something. But the trick is, or what society was basically doing, it thought it was using so much of the material aspects that it totally denied and was forgetting about the mental, about the spiritual. And this is basically like, now I'm very much focused on that. But you know why? Because I know about the original laws of balance. And mainly to, like, what is the real power? Of course, mind. Mind is constructing everything. It's not that material constructs mind. Material constructs mind in the second place, because it's a reflection to mind. But I'm not fooled by it. But many beings are fooled by the tricks. By, like, they bite the shit. That's why they're fooled by it. They bite it. They bite the lie. And it, like I said, it is of course a lie, because you have to keep pushing the illusion, the Maya, in order to survive. And I enjoy the lie. I enjoy the life. I enjoy all the pleasures. I can have like on the weekends I go to the fucking fast food restaurant. I keep pouring the shit with my imagination that, like, you know, I know how it works. But I keep speaking the truth out. Do I go every time to a freaking, like, fast food restaurant? Of course not. You know, I drink my freaking urine. I gaze into the sun. I do the meditation, Falun Gong, Falun Dafa cultivation every day. I keep on unblocking myself with Paida. I keep on, like, moving myself with Kalari Payat. Like, I do all these things. And everybody does, but they're not conscious about it. Everybody is moving. Everybody is basically consciously meditating all the freaking damn time. Everybody's mirroring. But it's a quest of perception and perspective, because like I said, you basically never really sun gaze. You never really go anywhere. It's all an imaginational process which you shoot out, which you create the mirrors. But that's the problem with how society works, how it's tricking itself. It's fooling itself. It's nothing but a joke to itself. It jokes and chokes itself out. Because it's fucking dumb, if you know how it really works. It's a mirror to itself. But this is why it will, like, this society, how it works, because it's not anchored in itself, has to destroy itself. But what I speak about will never destroy itself, because it's anchored in itself. And that's truth. That's original. That's like how the avatar functions. Because this is why you will never destroy it. I just keep speaking about it, but this is how it will always be, because that's the original workings. Period. So, in these humble words, I hope you can walk with these tools. I hope you can walk with these gold nuggets that I was giving to you. If not, like, you know where to find me. I keep on mirroring myself. It's joyful to me. That's the only reason why I would do it. Because no matter if I do it or not, I just keep mirroring everything out, because I told you my methods. I told you my routines. I told you the way I live. I cannot even be more transparent to you. So this is how it will be in future, in order to become to get into the clear mind. You don't have to hide anything. You stop hiding something from yourself. That's because that's only what you do. You hide something from your own mirrors. It's like, whoop, that's my treasure. Yeah, but if you really understand these workings, you are retarding yourself with that. You're blocking yourself. That's the only thing that you do. If you don't like it, stop doing that. That's a different thing. There are many things which I could just stop doing. There are many people that I don't visit anymore, which then basically die. They only exist as an idea in my head. I have learned something from them. I'm grateful for being with them. But now they're just existing as in... what are they? As an experience, or as an, how is that, like, Erinnerung. What's that like? As a reminder. They're now inside my mind. And basically, even if I would see them in front of me, as long as I don't be in real contact with them, it's always myself. I could touch them and be like in their face like this. And all I'm really experiencing is myself in them. That's what's really occurring. So if you become this open mirror, if you become so transparent to yourself, you become truthful, you become source. So I hope and I know that you will make it to a truthful source. This is what basically the goal here is, to make yourself just transparent to yourself, to make yourself to very truthful, transparent, sourced. And then you see all the beautiful creations for yourself that you present yourself with. You just keep presenting mirrors to you. That's all you do. Yeah, this is how I make the meta level more grabbable, you know. Grab the matters. Grab your thoughts, grab your ideas. Because with the ideas, this is how you construct the realm. Oh, so mirror yourself, be awesome, be entertaining, and yeah. We get probably into the 5, but I'm already out of the 5. I'm already out of the 5th. But we wait for the 5th, for the 555. 5. So, what can we else mirror here? Yeah, what is looking out? What is looking in? Should I do more flip tricks, flip boards, flip charts? Should I flip more tricks onto you? Should I flip backwards my spine? Should I flip? What should I flip? Yeah, I should probably shut down your eyes more in order to see more. I told you how to do this. Shut down your senses. If you don't even have an eye mask, you can just do this. This is a very powerful method to this illusion. This is how you basically create your senses. Because this is all, like I said, if you really get into the realm and observation of yourself, you're doing nothing but observing yourself with the shit mind constructs that you have inside of your retarded brain. My brain, like I said, I'll take a look into my videos, I'll keep on mirroring myself and be like, Jan, you're so goofy and retarded. Like, you are too, what the fuck are you doing there? But at the same time, I take a look into that and be like, what you do is so freaking brilliant because you give peoples, beings, humanoids, the ability to mirror themselves as freaking transparent, truthful, and sourced as they can be with your own imaginational spells. That's what I do. And I give you your power back with this. Although you will, if you would do the same mirrors to you or not, I'm this mirror to you who tells you you can do whatever the fuck you would like to do in this realm, and you just mirror yourself with it. You're like, we can talk about karma, right? Or karma. Yeah, of course, like, you get what you send out. You get what you construct your alchemical vessel with what you intake. Like, of course, like, you could ask a child, this is very obvious. So stop tricking yourself. Probably surround yourself with more like young souls, not childish beings, but young souls. They're not childs. Like, most children are very most children until the age of 4 or 5 are damn sourced. But then you come in with your goddamn society and you tell them how it works, and this is how you create troubles. Because society doesn't really, they think they know the original workings, but they do not. And if they would do, they tell you a lie. So construct your own lie and get into the original workings. Eliminate yourself. That means become more empty in order to fill up the cup to be yourself. One, or your cell phone. I'm a cell phone, but I'm not my cell phone. I'm a mirror to myself. All the freaking damn time that I emit. So, truthfulness, compassion, tolerance. I am in this beautiful experience here. You'd better get out into nature and be mature. Truthfulness, compassion, tolerance by my voice.